Hello children, hello everyone. Welcome to the English Classes Series version 3.0. This is still your teacher Leo. For this video, we will be talking about the graphic organizers. Are you ready? Let's start. Now, first of all, let us define what are graphic organizers. So when we say graphic organizers, these are tools used to represent and organize the learner's knowledge or ideas, and they are often used as part of the writing process to help learners map out ideas. And these are the commonly used graphic organizers. So we have their Venn diagram, Semantic Map, Concept Map, Timeline Organizer, and Sequence Map or Sequence Chart. Alright, now let's discuss them one by one. First, let's go with the Venn diagram. So when we say Venn diagram, it is used to compare and contrast two or more groups of things by displaying their similarities, differences in two or more circles that overlap. Now, as you can see on this diagram, it is composed of two circles. Okay, so the two outer part of the circles are what we call the differences, or things that are the two things or words being compared are different, while on the inner circle are the things that they are the same. So that's the Venn diagram. So let's look at here an example of a Venn diagram. So we have here the words whales and fish. Okay, they are being compared. Now the next is the semantic map. Now the purpose of creating a map or the semantic map is to visually display the meaning-based connections between a word or phrase and set related words or concepts. Alright, so this is an example or a diagram of a semantic map. So it is composed of circles and lines that shows connections between each other. So this is actually an example. So we have here the sun. So when we say sun, it gives light and heat. Alright? So again, this is an example of a semantic map. Now the next diagram is what we call the tree diagram. Okay, so it is a graphic organizer that shows how items are related to each other. So let's look at here an example. So we have here the example of a tree diagram. Okay, so we have here from the top, okay, which is the main. Then it goes down to the bottom, okay, using a line showing how these terms are related to each other. So this is what we call the tree diagram. Alright, so now let's look at here an example. We have here, okay, the main word there, we have their animals. So animals, they are divided into fish and mammals. Okay, then goes down to the rank, showing how these words are related to each other, to the main word animals. Now let's look at the timeline. So when we say timeline, so this is the process of arranging important events, activities, actions, success, and other milestone markers in order, okay, showing the relationships to one another. So when we say timeline, okay, these are actually events in our lives, and we are going to arrange, okay, those particular events using a particular graphic organizer. On the diagram below, we can see here several boxes being connected by arrows. Now those boxes are, okay, the places where we can put, okay, the significant events, and the arrows actually shows how connected they are or the flow of that particular timeline. So this is an example of a timeline. And the last chart or graphic organizer that we are going to study is the sequence chart. So when we say sequence chart, it is a series of steps or events in particular order. Now, as you can see on the chart, okay, both the sequence chart and the timeline are actually similar. Now, the only difference between a timeline and a sequence chart is that timeline is focused on events, whereas the sequence chart is focused more on the steps. Now, let's look at here an example of a sequence order or sequence graphic organizer. Now, I want you to get a pen and a paper. Let's try this. Now, I want you to place the correct sequence for the steps in cooking rice, okay, using a sequence order chart. Right? I'm going to give you 1 minute to do this. Okay, do it now. Now, pencils up. Okay, let's check. So on the first step, we have here put uncooked rice in a casserole. Next step is washed, okay, the rice. The third step is measure the water based on the level of the rice. Alright, the next step is we have when it is boiling, reduce the heat. Next is when the rice has dried, turn off the fire. And lastly, serve on a platter. Okay, so I hope you got all those answers correctly. Alright, virtual clap everyone, virtual clap. Now, if you're new to my channel, I want you to hit the subscribe button. Now, if you're already subscribed, please continue subscribing to it. Okay, and of course, hit the like button, and okay, don't forget to share so that a lot of people will be able to watch and learn from my lesson videos. And of course, don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload the next succeeding videos and other videos that might suit your interest. And once again, thank you for watching my videos. A special shout out to all my students, to all my learners in iWheels Integrated School. And again, this is still your teacher Leo. Keep safe everyone, keep safe.